couple of weeks ago, I stopped by Breitling boutique here downtown Toronto to see what's new with them, see what new releases they have, and maybe establish a little bit of a relationship with the team there. And after spending some time with those guys, I was flattered to hear that I can go anytime to pick whatever watch I want and film it for you guys. That is incredible news. Whenever I heard that, I just knew that I had to go home, pick up the camera, and go film for you. So when I got back to the store, they asked me what watch do I want to pick, and I just knew I had to go with the Navitimer. It is my favorite Breitling watch, and I think that I don't know as much about the watch, and I wanted to spend more time with it and understand it better so I can give you a better review. Also because the Navitimer is such an iconic watch, not just for Breitling, but for us all, for the whole watch community. It is one of the most recognized watch out there, and while, you know, like every other chronograph or famous chronograph has lovers and haters, we have to acknowledge, even the die-hard haters, that Navitimer is the absolute daddy of them. Sure, you heard more about the Speedmaster, especially in the recent times, or the Daytona being such a sought-after watch. You might be thinking, why is the Navitimer, or why does the Navitimer deserve the top spot? And yes, I do believe that the Speedmaster and the Daytona at some point were marketed better, perhaps. I'm not sure, but that's what I would think. And that's why we know more about them, or see them more, or desire them more. We have to acknowledge that the Navitimer is a full functioning chronograph and a full pilot's watch that has been loved not just by pilots throughout the 70 years of its existence, but also by astronauts in space, and also by a ton of celebrities. The name Navitimer comes from two words that pretty much describe the whole meaning of the watch and the purpose of the watch, and that is navigation and timer. Now, while we may talk and disagree on its debut exactly, the Breitling although says that last year in 2022, Navitimer celebrated its 70th birthday or 70th anniversary. There have been many iterations of Breitling's icon since its debut 70 years ago, but this new Navitimer captures its most classic features while enhancing them with some modern refinement. The dome crystal create an illusion of a slicker profile. Alternating polished and brushed metal elements of the bracelet give the bracelet a more sparkling and understated finish, and most notably new colors in shades of blue, green, and copper, which define the updated dial option. But if there's one update that will bring a lot of nostalgia for all of you old Navitimer lovers, is the return of the AOPA wings back at its original location at 12 o'clock. AOPA actually stands for Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, which in the 50s and 60s, Breitling gave a limited amount of watches to the AOPA association with their logo on the dial. The case of the watch is offered to us in stainless steel and 18 karat red gold, and I've actually had time with both of these watches. I've actually spent time with 3 watches, with the stainless steel case and leather strap, stainless steel case and bracelet, and then 18 karat red gold with the leather strap. Now, although Breitling gives us also different sizes, which is 41, 43, and 46, I've spent most time with the 43. All of the 3 watches are 43 millimeters case size, and I am here to say that 43 millimeters, they fit absolutely amazing. The way the design is just shaped of that case, it just fits so well. Where before I was a little bit skeptical of anything over 41 millimeters and it just felt a little bit too big, I'm here to say that the 43 millimeters felt and wore absolutely money. Also, considering that it's a full functioning chronograph and a full pilot's watch, the watch is only 13.9 millimeters thickness, which was very slick too. The part that I've had most fun about with these 3 watches was actually how versatile they were. To me, that is a very important thing and feature in any watch, and I believe it is for many people. But when I went to Breitling, since it was kind of a casual day, it was a Friday, and I felt like I was gonna film the watches and not really myself with the watches. I was in a hoodie, and I'm here to say that however those watches were on my wrist, with a hoodie on, with a cap on, nothing elegant. Although I just kind of feel like the Navitimer is a little bit on the more elegant side, it felt and wore amazingly. It just belonged with my outfit, and it belongs with the outfit whenever you're more dressed up. So it's a very fun watch that can be very dressy and very casual at the same time, and that to me is very important. One thing that I forgot to mention when it comes to the case size is that the original Navitimer actually was released with a 40mm case, and now the new Navitimer tops out at 46mm case, which is a pretty drastic difference. I don't know about you guys, and I don't know who can pull a 46mm watch, but this definitely ain't me. Now, since there are so many dial choices and metals and case sizes, I have condensed them by size and what options you have. So I'm gonna look here in my phone, but in 46mm, you have options as stainless steel models that comes with black, blue, and emerald green dial. The single 18-karat red gold model has a silver and black panda dial. Now, if a 46mm is too big for you and you want to go with a 43mm, then you have more options actually, starting with the stainless steel models that come with black, silver, copper, ice blue, and mint green dial. Lots of options, and I love that. The single 18-karat red gold model has a black dial with silver registers. And then if 43mm is too big for you and you want to go for that perfect size, is a 41mm that comes with the stainless steel models with the blue, silver, mint green dials. The single 18-karat red gold features a fully silver dial. Instead of appealing to highly specific niche, I think Breitling has done a great job by giving us all of these models of the new Navitimer, because it's a cool approach, I think, that doesn't leave basically anybody in the cold, I guess, except only those that want a 38mm watch. The cool thing is that the Navitimer comes with a 70 hours of power reserve, and the not so cool thing is that the Navitimer comes with only 30 meters of water resistance, but that is something that you expect from a watch that is a pilot's watch. It's a chronograph, so that is a watch you do not take in the water, and more specifically, you don't time yourself under the water, Jimmy. And that is everything for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I highly encourage you to stop, if you're in Toronto, to stop by Breitling Boutique downtown over at Bloor Street. It is a phenomenal team where you will feel very respected and appreciated, and they'll pour a lot of knowledge onto you guys, and hopefully you get to find your piece there. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like this video if you haven't already. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the Navitimer, if you're a fan of it, and if you are, what generation of Navitimer are you a fan of? Are you a fan of the new or the old? So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.